Greetings ladies and gents, it's Jake here, and welcome to the start of a new series on this channel. To celebrate the 13-year anniversary of the Batman Arkham series, we're going to dive headfirst into all the secrets and Easter eggs that this wonderful series has to offer. Many of you may be aware of these secrets, but there still may be some of you who have yet to acquire this knowledge throughout your many adventures as the Caped Crusader. For our first video, we're going back to where the series began, off the mainland of Gotham to Arkham Asylum. One disclaimer before we begin, though I'm not sure this is necessary, is that there will be story spoilers in this video. So if you're watching this, that means you've either played the game already or just don't care about getting spoiled. With that out of the way, sit back and relax as we go over 5 secrets of Arkham in Batman Arkham Asylum. Here we go. To start things off, we're taking a trip underneath Arkham Island and focusing on its sewers and caves. It's at this location where we find not only the Batcave, at least one of them, but Killer Croc's lair as well. Now everyone who's played this game likely remembers the amazing encounter with Killer Croc as the Batman traveled through his lair to collect ingredients for an antidote to the Titan formula. However, did you know that there's actually a brief secret encounter that you can have with Killer Croc early on that the game doesn't tell you about? Upon your first visit to the Batcave, your next objective will be to return to the surface via the old sewer network. When given a choice to go right or left, you're needed to go left in order to progress the story. However, if you decide to go right instead and attempt to go through the door, the following interaction will take place.
We'll find you. Rip your flesh like paper.
So as you can see, Mr. Jones clearly has it out for the Dark Knight, but doesn't want you wandering into his territory just yet. For our next secret, we're returning to the surface and setting our sights to the Arkham Mansion. I want to specifically direct your attention to the office of Dr. Penelope Young, a minor character in the story who's later revealed to have quite the significant role. During your search for the Doctor throughout Arkham Mansion, you'll eventually stumble into her office, where you can also find the riddle/Easter egg for Black Mask, but that's neither here nor there. What I want to focus on is an Easter egg of another Batman villain that is also a riddle, and you Arkham vets probably know where I'm going with this one. After looking in the morgue located in Dr. Young's office, you'll see an occupied body bag with a foot exposed. Closer inspection of this body will reveal it to be none other than Ra's al Ghul, one of Batman's most deadly enemies, second only to the Joker. What some of you may not have known though, is that if you revisit this location later in the game, and you've already scanned the riddle, Ra's body will be missing. Now this may cause some of you to scratch your heads, but it's quite reasonable to assume that one or more members of the League of Assassins retrieved Ra's body and brought him back to his base in Wonder City, though he may never have actually been dead during this time to begin with, given his very aged appearance in Arkham City, and that a year has passed by the time we encounter Ra's in that game. Regardless, this small detail has always been one of my favorites. Third on the list, we're heading to Arkham West, specifically the medical facility. When searching for Commissioner Gordon, Batman eventually finds him in the experimental chamber being guarded by Harley Quinn. Joker then challenges Batman to silently take out his henchmen and get to Harley without being noticed. If Batman can do this, Joker will offer Gordon to Batman as a reward, and will jokingly offer Harley to Batman as well, stating that he could, and I quote, use a new sidekick. Take a listen.
Your precious police commissioner is just through a glass. Take a look. Harley's under strict instructions to kill the old man if any of my guys even think you're in the room. They're patrolling down there. I've told them all you're on the way. So here's the deal. If you can find a way to get to Harley without anyone realizing, I'll give you your next present. Fail, and the old codger dies. Hell, I may even give you Harley. It looks like you could use a new sidekick.
This little line of dialogue is very clearly a reference to Jason Todd, the second Robin who gets tortured and killed by the Joker himself, and later ends up becoming the Red Hood. Todd is referenced a number of times before his debut in Arkham Knight, but it's nice to look back on where those hints started, especially knowing what they lead to now. At the number 4 spot, we're not leaving the medical facility quite yet. After Batman rescues Gordon, we are introduced to Bane, and a vicious fight ensues between the two. Batman must have all his wits about him in order to stop the muscle-bound maniac. One thing you may not have known is that if you lose this fight against Bane, one of the possible game over screens to appear is as follows.
The bat is broken!
This is a not-so-subtle reference to Nightfall, the story arc in which Bane debuted, defeated Batman, and broke the latter's back. Bane even says, "The bat is broken," further referencing the comic. Bane may also say this on one of his other game over screens.
Once again, I have defeated you, Batman!
This line of dialogue referencing Batman's first defeat at Bane's hand. But hey, it's good to know that Bane is keeping track of his wins and has a sense of tradition. For our last secret of the day, I thought I'd end with a classic. Midway through the story, Batman finds himself in the Warden's office where he witnesses the tragic death of Dr. Young. After a brief scuffle with Harley Quinn's goons, the next objective given to the player is to track Quincy Sharp via his DNA trail. However, and most of you probably know where I'm going, if you go to one of the walls near Dr. Young's body, you'll notice a wall that looks to be completely normal, but if you place explosive gel in the 3 places being shown now, you'll uncover a secret room completely unmarked on your map. Walk into the room and what you'll find is plans for Arkham City, which is not only Quincy Sharp's big plan, but a tease of the sequel game sharing the same name. Rocksteady has a bit of a habit teasing future games inside of their most recent release, and for the Arkham series, that whole trend started here. Fun fact, for months after this game came out, this Easter egg had yet to be discovered by players, because who in their right mind would think to just spray an unmarked wall in a random part of the map? Rocksteady actually had to take to Twitter and inform the fans that they weren't quite done with the game yet, as not a soul had managed to discover this nifty detail. Interestingly enough, this discovery has become part of the Arkham continuity's canon if you take a look at the Arkham wiki page. Nevertheless, this hidden secret remains one of my favorites in gaming to this day. And that is going to bring the video to an end. 5 secrets of Arkham you might not have known in Batman Arkham Asylum. I'll be covering Arkham City in the next video, Origins in the next, and so on. I hope you all enjoyed this video as it was very fun for me to make. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, comment your thoughts, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Stay safe, Gothamites, and be on your best behavior, or you may just cross paths with Gotham's Dark Knight.